So in the last video, we learned about classes and we learned about properties and methods there too. Now, next generation JavaScript also offers a different syntax of initializing properties and methods. And actually, it is this more modern syntax I'll use in this course. So I want to show it to you here too. You already learned that properties are like variables you attach to classes and objects. Methods are like functions attached to classes and objects. And you learned about this syntax, where we set up properties in the constructor function. Now there is a more modern syntax, which spares us using this constructor function. With next generation JavaScript, as we will use it in this course, you can assign a property directly inside your class with myProperty=value. So you skip the constructor function call. Behind the scenes, this will still be transformed to use constructor functions, but you have an easier time writing this. And for methods, it's pretty similar. This is the old way I showed you in the last lecture. Now, the next generation JavaScript way is to use the syntax from the left, where you set up a property, and simply think of a method as a property which stores a function as a value. And then you end up with that. My method equals, and then an arrow function. The great advantage of this syntax is that since you use an arrow function as a property value here, you got no problems with the this keyword. And that's the exact reason why we will use this syntax here on the bottom right corner and the syntax on the bottom left corner throughout this course. Let me show you these syntaxes to you. Back to JSBin on the project we already worked on, here with the human and the person class. We can get rid of the constructor in the human class and get rid of the this keyword and just set gender equal to male. And print gender can be set equal to an arrow function where we console log this gender, still using the this keyword in here when we reach out to the property though. You may ignore that arrow for now. The same in the person. We no longer need the constructor and we no longer need to call super for that reason. Instead, what we do is we call this name without this, just name equals max and gender equal female if you want to, and print my name equals an arrow function too, like this. Now if we clear this and run this, you will get an error because it doesn't recognize the syntax. You actually need to go to the drop down where it says JavaScript and choose ES6 Babel here. If you do this and hit clear and run, you see max and female. You still see the errors on the left, but you may ignore them. This is the syntax which is next generation JavaScript, which we will actually use in this course.